Now, we're in for a big soap wedding this week as Mandy and Paddy prepare to get married for a second time. But will it actually go ahead after Mandy's secret job was revealed?
Teresa, I'm up to my eyeballs in debt. I don't know what to do. His honeymoon, it's going to break me.
What's Paddy said?
He mustn't know. I'm just making a profile for me. Findom page.
You what, Dom? Page?
It's short for financial domination, but I thought it might help with me cash flows thing. Why are you shy? Little mummy's boy, perhaps? Pay up, little cash piggy.
I heard you with my own ears yesterday on this, demanding money off some bloke. Oh, and I've seen your webpage. You needed to know the full facts before you walk down the aisle. If there still is a wedding. Dunno.
Oh, well, Madame Diamante Dales, otherwise known as Mandy Dingle, otherwise known as Lisa Riley, joins me now. Good morning.
Hiya, you're right.
It's a great storyline.
Yes.
Did you know anything? Is this Findom thing a real thing? Is it completely made up by the scriptwriters?
No, it's completely real. I hadn't got a clue. So normally what happens, every 4 or 5 months, you go up to the producer and they say, right, this is your storyline. So me and Dominic knew that the wedding, Paddy, we knew the wedding was on the horizon, will it or will not. And Laura sat me down and she said...
Laura being...
the producer of the show. She said, have you heard of Findom? And I was like, no. It sounded like...
Sounds like Finland. Is it next door to Finland?
What could it possibly be? And so she said, well, we've got this idea linked to, like, OnlyFans, that Mandy will have real hardship with money. And as Dingles do, Dingle women are survivors. They don't ask anyone for money. They do it all on their own. So to get herself out of all this debt, she has to try something. And she's going to try financial domination, which is basically Mandy Dingle in a nutshell, because Mandy is a bossy cow, as she says anyway, so why not get paid for it?
I mean, and the thing is, look, I mean, you had the crew in Giggles, didn't you?
Non-stop. I was in Giggles. Once that blue mask got on, it was like, you know, say Beyonce gets on stage, her alter ego.
Sasha Fierce or whatever.
Sasha Fierce. I was Mandy Fierce, yeah. So but the outtakes were just hilarious, because I think if you make the crew laugh, and they've seen it so many times, then hopefully everyone at home's going to be laughing too. But we had a riot doing it, because, I mean, the things they give Mandy to do are always normally out there, a little bit bonkers, a little bit crazy. This, wow, even for me, I was like, yeah, and there's more to come, so without ruining it, but
listen, I also want to, on the opposite side of that coin, actually, is the fact that financial difficulty for Mandy and the actual sort of distress that you do display before it turns into comedy, of course, that has touched a nerve with viewers.
Yeah, it's a real thing.
What are they telling you? And what
it's
are they
amazing.
getting in touch to
They're
say?
saying girl power, getting out there, you know, that girls can survive on their own. There's nothing seedy. We said that in last night's episode. You know, Mandy has no intention of going off with any other fella. It's purely because she wants to treat Paddy and earn money fast. And she says it's a quick fix cash. And in this current climate, you know, why not? When, you know, there's nothing bad about it. I mean, last night, the things I was getting on Instagram were just, it blew me away. You know, 50 Shades of Mandy, that was one of them.
I love it, a spin-off show.
Yeah, Mandy, show us your feet. You know, there was so many of it. And a real-life dominatrix messaged me and was like, thank you for putting this on the map. And I was like, I didn't do it, the producers did it, but yes, it's great. And it is girl power. It's empowering.
It's really fascinating. Should we take a look at a clip from tonight's show? Let's take a look.
Will they, won't they?
Did you do what I asked you to do yesterday?
Yeah. I promise.
Promise what?
And do you swear on Vinny's life?
I don't need to do that to prove that I did it.
Prove what?
Well, at least you've got some decency left. Shame you couldn't do the same thing for Paddy.
What's he talking about, Mum?
Sweetheart. Nothing.
Yeah, thanks for getting back to me, Charles. Yeah, now, I'm really very sorry, but I'm afraid the wedding's been cancelled.
No.
Yes, it's off. It's off. The wedding's off, but you'll have to see what happens tonight.
I see. And listen, you and Paddy, obviously, how long have you two been working together now?
Oh, my lovely Dominic. 27 years, yeah. We have this wonderful relationship. 25 years since we got married first time round in the show. Oh, well, look how young we look there.
Oh,
wow.
Great. Look, I remember that.
Babies.
Yeah.
We've always had this camaraderie, you know, and I love every second of working with him. He's a genius comedic psychically, like, unbelievable. And also, the writers, like, only Tony Hammond's script tonight is hilarious and very funny and very poignant. But then me and Dominic trust each other so much that we can put our isms in it, and we trust each other, and we'll go, should we try that? Sometimes it doesn't work, sometimes it does, and then people go, that's Mandy and Paddy.
Yeah.
And that's why when people say soap iconic couples, I suppose, that's where it comes from. It's that trust and loyalty that we can try anything together.
And listen, there's a tribute to Zak Dingle coming up, isn't there?
Yeah.
Just briefly touch on that.
Yeah, we started shooting the memorial episode, actually Monday, just gone. And our beloved Steve Halliwell, you know, he's like my father for years in the show. He taught me so much, and we're doing a dedicated episode to him, and he deserves it. Yeah, he is the ultimate icon of Emmerdale, the king of the Dingle family, and he deserves everything and more. So
yeah, it mean a lot to his
we'll do him proud.
family. You really will. You've got an anniversary coming up on Monday, haven't you?
Yeah,
Tell us about it, because it's something that touches a nerve with a lot of my friends, I know.
Yeah, I'm going to be 9 years sober. I just stopped drinking for the good and the better for me. I prefer me now sober. That I never thought I'd be sat here with you now saying that this coming Monday I'm 9 years sober. And
it's not as it used to be. Sober meant I had a real problem with alcohol, and it's sort of like a thing. These days, it's a lot more subtle than that, isn't it? Particularly for women, I'm finding. What was it 9 years ago for you, if you don't mind me asking, that was like, I don't want to do this anymore?
Yeah, I've spoken a lot about this. You know, I was self-medicating. I know that with alcohol. I wasn't sleeping because I'd lost my mum, and I wasn't coping very well. And then, you know, getting up early for work, you have to go to bed because you're going to be knackered, you know. And yeah, a bottle and a half, 2 bottles of Malbec helped completely in those times. And it was just a game I played with myself. And I was like, you know, I'm going to try and get through a christening. I'm going to try and get through Christmas without it. And all of a sudden, you become obsessed with the fact that I can sit here and say 9 years, but back then it was like, I've done 3 months, I've done 4 months. And that becomes, whether or not you say the addiction or the obsession, the hook that obviously drink had, that's what it was for me. And I never thought that I'd be here now, but I love it.
What is the difference then for you? What is the difference in how you feel about yourself, about how you cope with emotional situations and...
The truth of me.
Or events,
yeah,
you know, there's the National Television Awards and things, you'll go to these. Yeah. How is it that you... It's
the non-fake, Ranvir, completely. Like, I used to get invited to things that I didn't want to go to, but if I had a bottle of Malbec, it'd, like, you know, take the edge off, and I wouldn't, you know, have to feel like I'm pretending. The fake of me is completely gone. And I don't ever want to have that back, because
it's great.
It's a better place to be.
Ah, it's lovely. Yeah. Well, we cannot wait to see what happens with Mandy and Paddy tonight. Yes. And it's lovely to see you again, Lisa. Lovely to have you in.
Thank you.
Right, Emmerdale continues tonight at 7:30 p.m. on ITV1.